The officers of the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club include President Joe Desmond, Vice President Jerry Lorkowski, Treasurer Ken Smith, and Secretary Mark Meldrum. Welcome to the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club TV. Here are the hosts of your show, President Joe Desmond and Secretary Mark Meldrum.
Hey, Mark Meldrum from the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club, and this is the May newsletter. And yes, we have some Longhorns in Ohio, Kipton, Ohio to be specific. We're out on a ride today. We ran across these beautiful Longhorns and thought, what a great opening to the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club newsletter for this month. Here we go.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the May newsletter of the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club. I'm just sitting here out in my shop doing a little bit of work on a dreary Saturday, working on this little gem right here. I'll give you a little picture here. That's a 1963 Plymouth V200. Umpy came over and helped Jason, and we cleaned up underneath the hood here. We painted the inner fenders, and the owner, Wayne, did the engine paint and clean up. So we always got something going on here at Jokinuts. And then I'll just swing around, and behind me back there, oh, it's hard to see. We'll walk over there. But just chilling out here, doing some work out in the barn. Behind me there is my Comet wagon underneath the tarp. Haven't even looked at that thing yet this year. But we're gonna buzz over here and take a look at the 68. There's my 68 wagon, and it's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I walk out here. Maybe it'll look a little better. Yeah, let's see. There we go. Hey, you get the picture. There's my 68 sitting outside. It's not raining yet, but I guess it's going to. So, and then behind me there is Jason's daughter's Jeep. I'm waiting for the head to come back so we can put the head back on it. And my buddy Tommy's boat that we're always working on and putzing around. So, just wanted to say hello to everybody and wish them a happy May. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And you know who you are. So, let me get out from that light because that kind of looks ugly. So anyway, just wanted to touch base with you guys as well. Coming up June 4th is the Littlest Heroes Car Show. That'll be at Columbia Park, 9 to 3, 9 to 4, something like that. I think it's 9 to 3. It's a new venture for us. We took that over when we took over the Columbia Charities, which is now called Northern Ohio Chevelle Charities. All the proceeds are going to go to the Littlest Heroes organization, which helps kids with cancer and their families kind of fulfill some dreams for the kids and also help the parents if they have to stay someplace, if they're going for treatments and they don't have money for hotels, stuff like that. We kind of align ourselves with organizations like this that help kids. Toys for Tots, as all of you know, is our main charity that we have for our Chevelle show every year. And the reason we pick these certain charities is they don't have a CEO that's making a bunch of money. We like to make sure that the money that you give, as well as our club gives, goes to the end user, which are the children and the families. That's what it's all about. There's no reason for somebody to be running a charity and making $1 million. So that's kind of why we do what we do. So don't forget, June 4th, Columbia Park. Concessions will be by Wright's Catering. So if you get there in the morning, you want to get there early, he's going to have a big breakfast set up. Usually has like gravy and biscuits and eggs and pancakes, all kinds of stuff. Very, very reasonably priced. It's a $10 entry fee for the show. We're giving away about 12 or 14 trophies. So it's going to be kind of cool. Last year we had over 200 cars. That's when Erie Coast Customs was doing it, and I'd like to thank them for all the help they're giving us on this year as well. They're still going to be a little bit involved in helping us, and I'm sure they'll bring a pack of cars. So, but anyway, happy May, everybody. Can't wait to see you. Coming up in May, June at the Littlest Heroes Show. I'm sure we're going to have our spring cleanup. We just haven't got that narrowed down yet to where, when. I'm trying to talk Mrs. President, the First Lady, into having it here. We've never had it at my place. I've got plenty of room for parking. I got the big barn we could set up for food and everything. So I'm kind of trying to talk her into it. When she sees us, she's probably going to be mad. But, hey, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission. So, hey, everybody have a great May. See ya.
Hey, Mark Meldrum, Northern Ohio Chevelle Club, and look what we pulled out of the barn today. 67 Chevelle, bought it from a guy, owned it 30 years. I bought it from his wife, so we're going to take it home, and we're going to put it back together, and then see what happens later on. So, should be some exciting news coming up here. Larry and I want halves on this car, so should be some exciting news coming up here in the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club newsletter. See ya!
I'm in the way. Somebody's excited. Somebody's excited. Ah, ah.
So we got this old Chevelle on the lift now, and we've been cleaning on it all day. It's just gorgeous. We got all the dust off of it. Did a little clay bar on it, and underneath of this car is just fantastic too. So look underneath. This car was built in Fremont, California. Just an awesome car. Just love it. We're going to be able to do so much with this car. It's got electric fuel pump. The guy did drag race it that owned it before. He passed away about 3 years ago. And we're going to finish what he started. See, I've got the 67 Chevelle in the background, and we'll be working on the dash today. So hopefully I want to come to you with a few live reports. But before I get started with that, I just want to remind you that the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club puts on a show every year, August 5th and 6th. This year, our Chevelle theme is Chevelle Rodeo. So we expect all you cowgirls and cowboys to get your Chevelles ready and come to Strongsville, Ohio, Strongsville Holiday Inn, for a great weekend of fun and getting together with your fellow Chevelle enthusiasts. But all that takes time and money and to put on a great show and a lot of effort. And I just happened to go to the Chopper Show, and here's their nice full color program that they put together. Now, there is 72 pages of advertising in this nice little program that they put together. There's only one article in there. Now, our Chevelle program, I try to put a number of stories about members' cars in there. I try to talk about the Chevelle show. I try to put in there what all the things are that we're going to do throughout the weekend. So it's a nice informative program, but to put it together, it takes advertisers. And I just can't believe the amount of advertising that the Chopper Show gets to put in their Chevelle program. So what I'm asking you to do is get out there and talk to all the potential sponsors to try to get maybe some ads to put in our Chevelle program. It could be a business card size. It could be a full page of information. It could be a quarter page. So there's a number of different opportunities to advertise at our Chevelle show. I think we actually reach a lot more car enthusiasts than the Choppers organization does when they have their show at the North Olmsted Soccer Complex. But their car club has been together for 60 years. They've got a lot of good contacts, as opposed to us, we've only been together 10 years. So we got to work a little bit harder to get advertisers for our show. And that's why I'm asking all the potential sponsors that watch us on Facebook and potential people out there that could put together a nice advertisement. We'll put the prices out there if you're interested, and we will send you a form to fill out and get back to our treasurer, Kenny Smith, and then he'll get me the ad so I can put together this nice program for our Chevelle show. So that's it. I'm going to try to come to you throughout the day as we work on the 67. For now, it's about 10 a.m. We'll see.
Greetings, NOCC members. Club VP Jerry here. I'm going to be announcing our anniversaries and birthdays this month, so bear with me, this is new to me. We're going to do anniversaries first. May 7th, Bruce and Kathy Dennison. Happy anniversary. Also on May 7th, we have Gary and Violet Webb. Gary and Violet do a lot to help this club out. Thank you and happy anniversary. On to birthdays. Boy, we have a lot of birthdays this month. Our first would be Terry Ernst, May 2nd. Happy birthday, Terry. Hope we see that 70 at the show this year. Dan, looks like you better get busy. May 3rd, Monica Freilich. Happy birthday, Monica. May 3rd also, Dee Germano. Happy birthday, Dee. On May 7th, we have Ken Smith, our club treasurer. Happy birthday, Ken, and thanks for all you do. May 9th, Amy Paul. Happy birthday, Amy. May 20th, Donna Sarver. Happy birthday, Donna. May 22nd, David Miner. Dave, happy birthday. On May 25th, Scott Harris. Happy birthday, Scott. May 25th, Ed Nichols. As you know, Ed was our past president. Happy birthday, Ed. May 25th also, Chuck Reinhardt. Happy birthday, Chuck. May 25th, I know I'm going to butcher this, Steve Skunte. Anyway, happy birthday, Steve. Enjoy your day. May 28th, Becky Sitz. Happy birthday, Becky. Becky is the wife of Don Sitz, our major sponsor for our show. Thanks, Don, and happy birthday, Becky. And last but not least, May 30th, our Staff 66 specialist, Larry Robeson. Happy birthday, Larry. I hope everyone enjoys their birthdays. Have a great month. See you next month. Bye.
House Chevelle Club, we're still working on wiring, and it's a simple process, but it's long, it's tedious. Give you a quick update. We're working on the front headlights right now. Pretty simple. Green wire, tan wire. I got those into the plug already. And then I got a little ground wire made up here, so you can see kind of what they look like. Very easy. Just take it and basically snap it into place here. So you're just gonna look down in there, you're going to snap it into place. Boom. And then come over here to the other side. And it's another boom. Connect there. Got your ground wire. Ground it somewhere in the body. So that's how we do it. And then over here, I got to tell you, I know it looks like a mess of wires, but I've got this laid out in a way where I can strip wires back and I can look at the way the original wiring harness was done. So you can see the original wiring harness. Here's the connector, ground wire right there. And you go over to the other side and you kind of find that ground wire there. There's the bounty hunter. She's sitting there. She's just parts storage right now. And while we're working on wiring, decided to take a little break. I was getting tired of wiring, waiting for the soldering iron to warm up a little bit anyway. So I thought I'd do a little quick tech on some door sealer. We've got the window sealant. It's an easy project. Anybody can do this. If your rubber's cracked or it's just not looking any good anymore, it's taken such a set that it's smooshed and it doesn't seal the door anymore, hey, this is an easy project. Soft Seal Company, they sell all this stuff, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Soft Seal is down near the Cincinnati area. And I remember Chuck Hansen introducing me to the owner of Soft Seal. A lady had inherited the business from her husband, and she was real nice, and we talked about some sponsorship for our show, but I don't think anything ever came of it. But anyway, shout out to Soft Seal. It's an easy project. Got these little pins here, okay, and they're simple. They got a little serrating on them, and it's just simple. You're just gonna take it, you're gonna push it through here, And you're going to push it right up into the hole that's already pre-drilled by General Motors. How can you beat that? And then the rest of these go in as such. They've got little serrated pins already built into the rubber, and we'll just work our way around there, and then we'll be all set with a nice ceiling door. I'll show you in a second. All right, so there you have it. Got the seal all the way around. One thing I did was grabbed a little piece of wood that helped me put the pieces in a little bit easier. So there you go. Boom, nice solid feel to that door now. It's going to seal. It's going to keep the weather out. While we're on break, I did look up the owner of Soft Seal, SOFFSEAL, Donna Anderson. And Donna was the person I did meet down at Chevelebration. Boy, I wish we still had Chevelebration, but you can come to the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club show. I think it's just as good as Chevelebration. But anyway, there's your quick tech tip on Soft Seal today. We'll finish up around the window. We'll finish the other door. A great project for a snowy day here in Northern Ohio. See ya! All right, so still working on the 67 here. Decided to replace quite a few parts. One was the rocker panel. And one of the reasons is, look at this hole right here. Shouldn't be there. And then they put one over here on this side. Shouldn't be there. But if you come over to the other side of the car, none. But the rocker panel looks like it's seen its better day. So we took all the screws out and we will replace that. But one other thing I want to talk about here. Look at this. When you restore a car, please use the same type of screw. Okay, there's the majority of the screws were like this, Phillips head. Cool, I can deal with that. But when you start mixing and matching screws, like look at that head. That's a Torx screw. I don't think those ever belonged on a 67 Chevelle. And look at this. A nut driver screw. So, when you're restoring these cars, please use all the same screws. Thank you. That is all. To remove the rocker panel, it's pretty simple. All you do is kind of twist and pull up, and you can see there's these little clips that hold the top. So they're all along there. So pretty simple thing to replace. We'll get rid of this one, because it's seen its better day. So
hi there, Jim Umstead, NOCC member. We're back at Ump's Garage here. We're done with the Piston Power Show. This month we're going to talk about, we're going to be rebuilding Mark and Larry's carburetor on their 67 Chevelle SS396. What we got going in the garage this Saturday. Beautiful day outside, and I got the damn door shut. Doing a little bumper damage here. A friend of mine's car. Over here, we're working on a very long project. It's a 64 Jaguar XKE of a good friend of mine. He bought it from Clay Matthews that played for the Cleveland Browns, a good friend of mine. And we started this project in '95. Kind of took a hiatus, and our goal is to get this thing completed here. Pretty much we got to do the front clip, assemble it, get it on the car, get the doors and glass in it, and we'll be done with that. Hopefully by the end of this summer. You know how it is when you redo cars. So anyway, we're going to be doing Mark's and Larry's Quadrajet. We're going to show some tips in the Quadrajet, some things when we take it apart. It's a pretty clean carburetor. First thing you got to do is you got to find the number on it so you can get a kit. The number is actually stamped down in here. This happens to be a 7028212. That's it. I've already got the carb kit over here. Did my research. This carb is off of a 68 327 350 horse, either a Chevy, Nova, Chevelle, or big car. Interesting thing is that it's a quater jet, and it says on the side here, manufactured by Carter Carburetor for GMC. So it's kind of cute. The other thing you notice on this carburetor is this little thing right here. I believe Larry and Mark's car has a Turbo 400. This is an important little bracket on here. This little bracket, when the carburetor goes back here is where the kickdown is for the Turbo 400. So when this comes back, this little thing here hits the plunger and kicks down the trans. So we'll take it apart. It's missing a few pieces. It's missing the choke rod here. I probably got an extra one in the attic. It's missing the vent cover here. I probably got that in the attic. And when we get it disassembled, I'll show you a few things about it. And so there's a couple little tricks on the Quadrajet when you do it. It's a pretty clean carburetor. Started to take the Quadrajet apart. A couple little things to notice is down in this hole is a tiny little spring. Get that in focus. It goes underneath where the metering rods come out of here. The primary metering rods come out. Let's get the camera on instead of looking at my hand. These are the primary metering rods. That little spring is important. When you fire the car up, the vacuum pulls it down, and then it lifts back up as you give it the gas, and that's what controls the fuel. That's the float. I like to change them. I couldn't get one for this, but they're usually pretty good. One of the other things is to save yourself grief and aggravation. I didn't do it yet, but if you look over in here, there's a little pin for the accelerator pump, a little drift pin, a little roll dowel. Knock that way so that you can get that arm off, because it's way easier putting the cover back on and trying to wrestle with that with the accelerator pump, which is this, which it sticks through the hole. Where's that hole at on that thing? Ah, there it is, right there. When you look at it on the other side, how's that? Like I said, remember, number on the side, very important for getting the kit. That's the best way to get the right kit for the carburetor when you go to your auto parts store. So let's stop it here, and I'll let Mark decide if he's going to add some more next month. I don't want to tear up too much of the newsletter. So we're going to, let me get this thing so the pictures, hey, look at that. I look good now. We're going to continue with the rebuilding of the carburetor. Mark and Larry's carburetor. Next month we'll start putting it together. I don't want to use too much of Mark's videotape, YouTube time. So we're going to end it this month, and next month we'll have some video putting it together. See ya!
Good afternoon, Northern Ohio Chevelle Club, and here we are at the trunk end of the 67 Chevelle, and we are watching the Cavs game, and it looks like the score is 23-23 against the Pistons. But we'll tech tip here why Jeff Thompson is off gallivanting this weekend on vacation, a well-deserved vacation. I'm out here in the garage, and we're going to put a little black in this area because the painter missed this particular detail that needs to be blacked out. So when you close the trunk, this whole, you don't see any red through that little crack there. Club coming to you from the garage, and I want to give a couple shout outs before I get started here. Just got a message from Sergeant Schultz. You'll recognize that name. He comes to our show every year. Staff Sergeant Schultz is one of the Marines that helps out with the Toys for Tots. I got a message from him somewhere. I think he's deployed in Afghanistan right now. So big shout out to him. Hope he comes home safely. I understand he won't be home till later this year, and he's probably going to miss our show. So Working on the Chevelle today. We went to a swap meet earlier in the day and picked up an awesome set of red line tires. I'll show you a picture of those in a second. Real happy about that. Shout out to Osley Chevelles. They've supplied some parts for the car here. Well, of course, I purchased them. Larry and I purchased them. And they're coming in and helping out with the Chevelle project. But I've also looked at some of their videos online. And they helped out with the paint project I'm going to show you shortly. But we've ordered parts from just about all the Chevelle suppliers that we work with here at the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club. NPD, Hinshaw Chevelles, and they're going to be at our show this year. So we work with them all. We spread the love as far as parts go. Another shout out goes to Nancy from Chevelle Forums. This week they placed a full page ad in our show program. We're real happy about that. And if you'd like to get advertising your company in our Chevelle show program for our show, that would be great. Send us an email. We'll get some very affordable prices on advertising for the show. So it's halftime here in Cleveland, Ohio. The Cavs are up 58-53, I believe. And we'll be looking forward to a win this afternoon against the Pistons. Sorry, Michigan Chevelle folks, guys, but we're going to beat you. And we're going to go on and win a championship this year, I hope. So anyway, we'll continue work on the 67 Chevelle this afternoon. Larry's still hard at work on the motor. He got called in to work a couple days this week, so it kind of delayed some of our plans of getting the engine in this weekend. But for sure, we'll be working hard on that throughout the week, and we got to get this Chevelle on the road. A shout out to a lot of the different organizations out there who have been helping us with parts. Of course, we've been paying for the parts, but we've been ordering things left and right out of the catalog from NPD, Osley's. I think Larry's got an order into Hinshaw's. So all real important people to keep this Chevelle community going. And I even watched a video on Osley's Chevelle website today to figure out how to paint the back of this trunk here. So, and we're also working on painting the entire trunk. So a shout out to O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Hey, O'Reilly's. We bought our trunk spatter paint from O'Reilly's, and we're giving that a shot. They only had 2 cans, and it's a big trunk. So we got a couple more cans coming on Monday so we can finish that job up. Another shout out to the Buck Mercer family. Man, it's just a tough loss, and this Chevelle community felt that this week. A lot of heartfelt messages out to Buck and his family this week. So once again, from the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club, our condolences. We sent some flowers to the funeral this week. So I want to thank the club for doing that. And hopefully we're going to try to get Buck's car down to our show as a tribute to him. So we're working with his family on that. So stay tuned. Okay, so that was quick and easy. Just masked it off, painted it down. Osley Chevelle had a real nice video on how to mask this, so that was kind of cool. Here's one of the tires we bought at the swap meet. Got a killer deal on red line tires. Original Firestone tires. No cracks on these, baby. So these are going to be... Now we got to do yard work. Patty's yelling at me. We started cooking. So, see ya.
From the Mind of Jeff by Jeff Thompson.
Here we got Jeff Thompson up in the left lane with his fresh paint job, a brand new white paint job in his 67 Chevelle. Oh, looks like he's got a sneeze. He's in the wall. Oh gosh, that beautiful paint job's going to waste all from a sneeze. That must have been a big one.
The 14th Annual Chevelle Show and Rodeo is sponsored in part by Don Sitz Auto Group. Great cars and trucks with honest prices. They're family-owned and operated since 1990. They're located at 2461 Front Street in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. That's 330-945-5800 or donsitz.com on the web. And now it's time for another round of Mel's Musings with Melanie Bender.